Hey Tesla fans, it's Adir from Sportline, and we're very excited to share with you our installation video for our MSX Rear Screen 2.0. This will be our upgraded screen, 7.2-inch display, and I'm really excited to show you how to install this product in your Model 3 or your Model Y. The 2.0 screen installation video we're doing today will apply to all Model 3s and all Model Y up until the 2023 standard range cars built in Austin, Texas. In the kit, you'll have the screen, the main wiring harness, the seat control wiring harness for the front passenger seat, as well as this plug which will be needed. You can also purchase the optional toolkit from our website with this item, which will definitely help you throughout the installation process. Now let's go inside and get this installation done. So now that we're in the car, we can begin to take apart the rear of the center console. We'll start by taking out this AC trim piece by putting our fingers in between this and the center console. We'll just pull right out. Comes out super easy. Might need a little bit more force to get the bottom out, which is perfectly fine. As you can see here, there are metal tabs on the factory unit. You want to make sure that those come out with the unit. If they're stuck in here, just make sure to take them out. Next, we're going to go ahead and unplug the charging ports from the factory unit. This just requires pulling up on this tab and pulling out, so go ahead and do that. And it just slides right out. Now you're done taking this unit out. We could put it to the side because we won't need it anymore. Now that we have access to this area, we need to gain access to the bottom, which is where the harness will connect to. For this, you can use a trim removal tool, or you can just use your hands. Either one works. However, a trim removal tool will make it a bit easier to take this trim piece out. So if you have one like this with a curve, you can go ahead and stick it here, right there. Now you've removed this trim. And again, it's very important that these metal tabs are removed if they come off when removing the piece. And now we've gained access to the factory wiring and the plug which we'll use to power up and get all the information we need for our screen. As you can see here, it's a blue plug. There's a tab on the blue plug which you push in, and then it just slides right out. Now that we have access to the lower section and the upper section, we'll need to gain access to the middle to go ahead and run our wiring. You could do that by pulling this out on both sides, and it'll open up a bit. It'll give us some space to work with here. For the harness, what we'll want to do is put this at the bottom where the blue plug is, and then run this to the top where the screen is. So we'll start here. So now we have the plug for the screen, as well as the plug for the front seat adjustment, which we'll talk about later. So now that we have access to the wiring, to the factory wiring here, the blue canvas, we can go ahead and take our harness and plug it in. And then we take the other harness, the other side, and we plug it in to the factory unit. So now that that's all plugged in, we're all set there. Then we can continue up to the top side. Now that we've installed and connected the lower wiring, we can move up to the top for a few other things. First and foremost is this plug. It'll come with your screen. It is very important. If you don't plug this in, the front charging pad on your car will not work. Once you plug this in, you will have access to all of the normal charging stations that your car provides. This is very easy. It just plugs into the factory wire that we removed from the original screen, plugs in, and then that can go off to the side. Next, we have our optional front seat adjustment wiring harness. This again is optional. So if you don't want the rear passengers and those with the screen to have access, you don't need to install this. It's perfectly fine just to leave it off. Today we'll be showing you how to install it. First we'll start with this side of the port. It's going to go into and that plugs right into the main harness. Now once you're there, we're going to run this cable from the bottom of the seat down to the side, and it's going to connect to the side seat control. So now we're going to install the front seat adjustment harness to the side of the seat. And what we're going to do is we're going to route it under the seat and to the side over here, and then we'll show you how to plug it in. If you go behind this material, you'll see that there are two bands. So you're just going to want to feed it under and through. So we'll go under and then we'll go the second one. Once you've done that, you can then take the wiring harness and feed it up so that it sits behind here, kind of hidden. Pull it a little more. And you'll take this, you'll want to just leave it there. And then we'll move to the other side and get that done. Now that we're here, we can take this harness, we can kind of pop it out here, and you could feed it right through. And now it'll be hidden behind this trim. Then you're going to want to pop the trim out. You'll see that there's a black plug connecting to the seat control. You could just pull that out. Now this is the factory black control plug. And we're just going to pop it into the harness. And then the harness is going to go into the side seat control. Now that that's plugged in, we can go ahead and take all the extra wiring. Kind of put it off to the side here where you have a little bit of space. And pop this back into place. Now that we have everything wired up, we can finally install the screen. You'll see that on the back there are these metal tabs. It's very important that those are there. That will help secure it to the factory console area. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and plug this into the harness. You'll see that it will power up and it is working. Then we can kind of tuck the harness here between the vent and this plastic piece. And then we could line it up. Just want to give it a little bit of force. Make sure that everything is clicked in. And now your rear screen is installed. So now that we have the rear screen installed and powered up, we can go ahead and install some application updates. This will include Netflix, Disney Plus, and YouTube. If you purchase this screen from us and you don't have these apps, just feel free to email us with your order number and we'll get you all set up. First, you'll want to download them onto a USB-C USB stick. You'll plug it into the right side. This has to be plugged into the right side. If you plug it into the left side, it won't work. Then you'll notice that there's a red light blinking. So you could go to the menu, File Manager, go to the proper USB drive. So if you're here, you go to these three lines, you go to the USB drive. And then it's super easy from here. Just click on the app that you want to download. You can go to the settings. That will prompt you the first time. Allow from this source. And then install. And that will apply to any apps that you want to go ahead and update on this device. We can remove the USB. And then Liron will show you how to use this screen and pair it to your phone, pair it to the internet, and do a lot of the functions that this screen offers.
The first thing we're going to go over is how to connect the device to your car so that the audio output will play on the car's speakers. First, on the screen itself, you'll have to click at the main menu and click on Android settings. You'll then have to click on connected devices for Bluetooth. Now the device will be searchable on the car's Bluetooth settings. So now we'll go into your car's main screen, and on the Bluetooth settings, connect phone, start search, and you should find a device called TSL-BTD. That is the screen's name. So you'll want to click on that to connect. Then over here, you'll see it's asking to pair. Click on pair. So now your car is connected to the device itself. Anytime you play any kind of video or music from the device, it should play on your car's speakers. Now we'll go over how to connect to the internet on the device. You'll want to click at the main menu and then Android settings. In here, you'll find network and internet, and then you'll have Wi-Fi. This way you can connect either to your phone's personal hotspot or to a Wi-Fi network near you. So we'll connect here to our Wi-Fi. All right, so now we are all connected, and if we go to any of the apps, we should have full internet access. So with this screen, you can now control the heated seat function in the rear of the car. So you'll just click here on the heated seat icon, and then over here we'll click to heat the seats just like it works in your car before or worked in your car before. You can also control the front passenger seat from the device. So you'll just want to click on the chair itself, and then you can move it forward and back, just like that. Now we'll go over how to connect Apple CarPlay to the device from your phone. The first thing you'll want to do is connect your phone on Bluetooth to the device itself. So we'll go back to Android settings. We'll click on Bluetooth. Now we'll want to pair a new device. And on our phone, we're going to go to Bluetooth. And we found the phone right here. So we'll click on that and pair it. All right, and pair, and pair. All right, now our phone is connected to the device itself, so we'll want to go back to the home screen and click on Auto Link. Now you'll want to go back to the settings on your phone and go to General, CarPlay, and you'll find Z-Link. Just make sure that that's turned on. And now you have CarPlay, so you can access your messages, maps, music, phone, really all of the basic apps that Apple CarPlay offers. If you want to disconnect the Apple CarPlay from the screen, you'll want to just go back to CarPlay, back to Z-Link, and just turn that off. And now you can access the screen like you did before. All right, thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and comment as we have many more awesome videos coming your way soon.